Although, Ben, I mean, the way you set it up in terms of this undisprovable idea that the hyperscalers may have to throttle back on spending, it kind of counters the idea that Nvidia was sheltered from the troubles of the hyperscalers or the burdens on them or the worse earnings, kind of quality of those companies, because Nvidia down the road is going to be subject to whatever vulnerabilities show up in those business models.
It's very hard right now for the buy side to, in their mental DCF, underwrite the cash flows for Nvidia's customers in the 2030s. Nobody knows the amount of compute that these agents are going to consume, and the TAM is really labor, guys. So a lot of people say, oh, the TAM is really this capex. The TAM is labor.
There is growing panic around Nvidia right now, and there are 3 clear reasons why. But there is also one argument that completely changes the entire story, and most people missed it. Let's break it down step by step. The first reason starts with the one thing that made Nvidia feel untouchable for years. It didn't matter who won the artificial intelligence race, Nvidia was getting paid regardless. Amazon building out cloud infrastructure, Nvidia chips. Microsoft expanding data centers, Nvidia chips. Google, Meta, every hyperscaler pouring tens of billions into artificial intelligence capacity, all of it running on Nvidia hardware. That made Nvidia feel protected, like the one company sheltered from whatever turbulence hit the rest of the market. But that protection was always conditional. It depended on one thing: the hyperscalers continuing to spend aggressively. And right now, that assumption is breaking down. The giant cloud platforms are under serious pressure from their own investors. The returns on all this artificial intelligence spending aren't showing up clearly in earnings yet. Boards are asking harder questions. Capital discipline is becoming a real priority. And when the biggest customers on Earth start pulling back, that problem doesn't stay with them. It travels directly downstream to the company selling them chips.
Because Nvidia down the road is going to be subject to whatever vulnerabilities show up in those business models.
That's the first crack in the foundation. Whatever structural weakness develops inside the hyperscaler business models, Nvidia is exposed to all of it. The shelter narrative is gone. But the second reason is the one that should genuinely concern long-term holders even more. It's not retail investors panicking on social media. It's not short sellers talking up their positions. It's the most sophisticated professional money managers in the world, the people running billions of dollars, saying out loud that they cannot build a confident financial model for Nvidia beyond this decade.
It's very hard right now for the buy side to, in their mental DCF, underwrite the cash flows for Nvidia's customers in the 2030s. Nobody knows.
Think about what that actually means. Every serious stock valuation is built on projecting future cash flows and discounting them back to today. That's the entire foundation of how professional investors price a stock. And right now, the institutions managing the largest pools of capital on Earth are saying they genuinely cannot do that exercise with any confidence for Nvidia's customers through the 2030s. When professional money can't model a stock, they don't hold it with conviction. They reduce exposure, they hedge, they wait. And that collective hesitation is a major reason the stock is under pressure right now. This isn't irrational fear. It's Wall Street doing exactly what it's supposed to do when the future becomes genuinely unreadable. The third reason is the most underappreciated, and it's the one with the longest tail of consequences. For the past 2 years, the most plugged-in technology analysts have been saying something that most investors dismissed as exaggeration. Now it's impossible to ignore.
We've been saying AI could eat software for a couple of years now, and you know we've been on your network, and we're obviously seeing a dead cat bounce right now.
Here's what that means in plain language. The entire software industry was built on one business model: the per-seat subscription. You pay a fixed monthly fee for every employee who uses a tool. That model created some of the most valuable companies ever built. Predictable revenue, beautiful margins. Investors loved it. Artificial intelligence destroys that model entirely.
But if you thread the needle on what he's saying software moves to tokens, okay?
Software moving to tokens means you no longer pay per seat. You pay for what the artificial intelligence actually does. Every task completed, every output generated, every token processed. The fixed subscription is replaced by variable consumption, and that transition is not going to be smooth or clean for the companies currently riding the old model.
Software moving to tokens means we're moving to a consumption model, not a seat model. Are you telling me that all these SaaS guys are going to make that transition to consumption and outcomes without missing a few quarters? Are you kidding me?
Missing a few quarters on Wall Street is not a minor inconvenience. It's what collapses valuations. It triggers analyst downgrades, executive departures, and mass investor rotation out of entire sectors. That cycle is coming for a significant portion of the software industry, and most of those stocks are still priced as if the old model survives. Now here's why this matters directly for Nvidia. A large part of Nvidia's story has been built around the software ecosystem running on top of its hardware. If that ecosystem enters a brutal multi-year transition, if the major software companies start missing quarters and cutting budgets, that creates a new layer of uncertainty on top of everything else. 3 compounding pressures hitting Nvidia from different directions at the same time. That's where the full-blown panic is coming from. Now here's what most people watching this conversation completely missed, because what was said next doesn't sound as dramatic as the panic narrative, but it is actually the most important thing in this entire discussion, and it changes the picture completely.
The amount of compute that these agents are going to consume, and the TAM is really labor, guys. So a lot of people say, oh, the TAM is really this CapEx. The TAM is labor.
Sit with that for a moment. Most investors model Nvidia's opportunity around data center capital expenditure. How much are the cloud companies spending on chips this year? That's the number everyone obsesses over. That's the ceiling most analysts are building their models around. That is the wrong ceiling entirely. The real market isn't data center budgets. The real market is global human labor. The tens of trillions of dollars that companies around the world spend every single year paying human beings to do work. When artificial intelligence agents start replacing those functions, financial analysis, customer service, legal review, software development, logistics management, that isn't a technology budget conversation anymore. That's a labor budget conversation.
And Jensen has to thread a needle on that, of course. But like, if you look at all the labor and the trillions of labor that can transfer to software and tokens, Nvidia is still going to benefit from that.
Every artificial intelligence agent running continuously, replacing work that a human used to do, requires compute, constantly, at scale, across every industry, every country, every company making that transition. The compute required to power that shift doesn't run on someone else's chips, it runs on Nvidia's. And here's the critical point. Even as the hyperscalers pull back, even as the software industry cracks under the pressure of the consumption transition, the underlying economic gravity of this entire transformation is pointing in one direction.
As the economics go to consumption, that's going up and to the right, and towards the semis guys. But,
Finally,
but
Ben,
maybe things are oversold near term.
Yeah. We'll talk some memory next time, and maybe we get something out of GTC that moves some of the memory names as well. Thanks for the help today. Important story to understand. Ben Reitzes.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
The money is moving toward compute, toward infrastructure, toward the chips powering every token processed, every agent deployed, every labor function replaced by artificial intelligence. The destination of this entire economic transformation is semiconductors. And the company sitting at the absolute center of that destination is Nvidia. So yes, the panic is real. The 3 pressure points are genuine. Wall Street's uncertainty is justified. But the investors who understand where the economic gravity of this decade is actually pointing aren't panicking right now. They're watching very carefully. And now, so are you.